Well, hello there. So we decided that because it's, I don't know, mid-70s and beautiful, and we can't seem to get anything done during the week because, by the time we get home, it's a little after 4 o'clock and change clothes, walk the dogs, and now it's 4:30, and, well, now by 5:30 it's too dark out here to do anything because, as you can see, we don't have a garage. And I want to get this thing running. This one right here. So we came home early. We got plenty of PTO. We're going to see if this thing can make some noise. We need to hook up the battery charger, get us a temporary fuel supply, in other words, a gas can with a hose run in it, and Lord, I think that's it. I think it'll be ready to make a little noise. We got to clean some of this crap off of here. Oh, and because we went from an 8.2 deck block, a 302 block, 302 289 block to a 351 Windsor, which is a 9.5 deck, that meant the exhaust wouldn't line up. So it's going to be a little noisy. And we actually have a neighbor that we like, and she has an Airbnb, and I would hate for one of her guests to leave a review on her Airbnb and say the accommodations were great, but the neighbors were noisy. Especially if it's, oh, keys are in it. Especially if, it's 6 o'clock and it's kind of dark and suddenly this thing starts over here with open headers, basically. Okay, so we got our timing light, wrench to tighten down the distributor, gauges are set up. We got to hook the battery up. Got a fuel supply down there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Put some gas in the carburetor. Sprayed a little down the throat. Turn the idle up already because, it's got to be 20-25 minutes. Okay, battery's hooked up. We got our fan positioned to where it should be all right. Let's stuff a little rag in here just to make a Molotov cocktail. Keep crap from going down in there. All right. Got gas in the carburetor. Choke is closed, which is going to be probably a problem. All right, got some gas in the squirter. Well, the key is on because we have lights. We have the brake light is on. All right, let's see what happens. Well, what happens is we need to go get the big battery charger because that battery might not have enough butt in it. All right, be right back. So we had to get this out of my race car where it has been for a year. All right, attempt number 2, big battery charger. Set on jump start the Titanic mode. Let's see what happens. That battery's not happy. It might not be good. Well, while the battery was on boil mode, we went in, put on some shorts because it's warm out here. We gotta figure out what's wrong with that door. All right, let's just turn the heat on. And we have hooked up our handy dandy little, all right, here we go. Oop, it hit a lick. Let's get a touch more timing, a little more fuel. Oh, our timing may be wrong. You think? the tires off. Oh, that doesn't pop up. So that doesn't pop up yet, do it? Don't really love hydraulic cams. Alright, so I had the firing order wrong. That's why it kept shooting at me out the carburetor. I checked and made sure that it was not 180 out. I checked the firing order. Everything was right. I thought it was right. I finally sent Kaylin's brother a message and said, hey, I checked firing order. I checked to make sure it wasn't 180 out. And it keeps backfiring out the carburetor like a gunshot. And he said, sounds like a 302 cam. Is the firing order right? And I said, should be. It's a 351 Windsor cam that I bought. So I went in the shop, little shop over there, drug out the box that the cam came in and looked on it, and it didn't say anything. It, just had part number and duration lift, all that stuff, but it didn't say 351 Windsor or 302. So I went online and looked, and Summit's website just said small block Ford. That doesn't really help me. That's a small block Ford. 289 is a small block Ford, but they have different firing order. So then I looked at another site, and it said the same thing. And then finally I opened Jeg's page up, and it said, applications 260, 289, 302, 351 Windsor. And I scrolled down through the details and got down to the bottom, and it said engine series 289, 302. Oh, all right, maybe that's the problem. So I redid the firing order, stuck it at a 289 firing order, got the battery out of her 67 Cougar over there because the one that was in the car just isn't. It might be okay if I put it on low and slow overnight. It might charge up enough to where it'll be all right. But, just throwing it on boil and putting it in here, it just wasn't spinning fast enough to help. So the battery in her Cougar's new this year, so I went and grabbed it. Other Cougar, 67 Cougar, not this Cougar. And it fired right up. All right, it ran 20 minutes. I'm varying the RPM. The tach's not working, so I just had to kind of guess. So it was a lot. It might have been more than 2,000, 2,500, like they say. And it finally got up to 215, 220, right around that area. And I turned the idle down, kind of set the timing a little bit with the vacuum advance unhooked, and shut it off. It spit just a little water out the overflow. It sounded okay while it was running. It only had, I guess, 2,000 RPM. It only had like 30 pounds of oil pressure, which to me seems a little low, but maybe it's okay. I mean, I didn't do anything with any of that, so I even put the same oil pump back in it. So that part should be all right. The tach's not working, but there were 2 wires on here that were attached to the positive side of the coil on the other motor that we took out that are not factory wiring. So when it was popping and banging out the carburetor, I was trying to figure out what was going on, so I unhooked those. They might be the tach. I'll hook them back up and try here in a little bit. So at this point, we need to put front shocks on the car, which I have a set in there. All right, so the sound quality got all goofy up there, and I think it's because my microphone was dying again. So, as I was saying, which got all garbled and made me sound like I was in a fish tank, leave a comment, down below. Leave something, because it helps out the small guys on the algorithm, and I'm a small guy. 340 followers is a small guy. It's a real small guy. But leave a comment, you know, like. I mean, hell, you don't even have to like. I mean, it helps, but you don't even have to do that. Just leave a comment, you know. Tell me how your day is. Tell me how the weather is. Tell me if you like beer, you know. Tell me what your favorite food type is. I'm a fat guy. We can talk about some food now. But, you know, I don't harp on that a lot about, you know, leaving a comment and like and all that stuff, because, you know, everybody else does. And I get tired of hearing it. And if I get tired of hearing it, I'm sure y'all get tired of it too. So we don't say it much anymore, but we're going to say it this time right now. So just like, leave a little comment. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know your favorite food type. Let me know your favorite beer. Let me know if you like booze. I mean, let me know what your dog's name is. No, don't do that. Somebody might think I'm trying to hack your password. Just, you know, just leave anything. Just say hi. Hi. So we're going to end this here. I'm not sure I like this last set of microphones I bought. We need to try it again. Not on this video. But we're going to piddle around with this thing a little bit now and try to make a little more headway, and then we'll think about maybe working on my race car. That'd be different, huh?